Hello again. So this vlog is all about all the exploring that I got up to in the summertime, but first I will start with a silly story. So I was trying to explore this area that I was in and hike around, but then I started to see these signs posted in the neighborhood, and in my mind's sort of quick translation, I interpreted them to be keep out signs. And coming from America, I am very used to seeing no trespassing signs posted everywhere, so I guess subliminally that did lead me to interpret them this way. And I also sort of hate being yelled at, so I'm always on the more cautious side, even though I probably don't have to be. But anyways, I told the family that I was staying with about this once, how I stopped at the signs and turned around, and they laughed at me. And why did they laugh? It's because I had interpreted them to mean exactly the opposite of what they stood there for. Because the signs do say get out, but they mean get out, get outside, explore nature, just get out there. Yeah, they're like part of this national effort to get people active in nature. And for 6 of the warmest months of the year, there is a national program of trails, and people are encouraged to complete as many as possible. And it's intertwined with daily life. Like the trails are all in this app, and there's a code or something at the end of each trail. You enter it to prove that you completed it. And it's like a game with people competing to complete the most trails. And I think there's prizes for the top people. And different workplaces also had this involved. Like they had competitions within the workplace, and I don't know if they were competing with other places of like work or just with their coworkers. I don't remember the specifics. I just know it was intertwined with people's jobs, but in like a fun and incentivized way. And obviously, if you wanted to enjoy these trails without using an app, you could. Many of my family members just went on the trails just to enjoy nature and not to compete. So it's up to you. But I just think it's funny that I mistranslated the signs, but not mistranslated in a literal way, but mistranslated in a cultural way. And it's probably a bit deeper than that. I'm thinking at the end of this vlog series, I want to do a big reflection of my stay here. And in it, I want to talk more about the Stereolab program, how it ties into Norway's Freedom to Roam Act. That's a law that allows people to roam freely in forests and open country, irrespective of who owns the land. It makes it illegal to put wired fences and keep out signs in most places. So actually, I was being wary of signs that weren't even allowed to be there in the first place. But anyways, if I do talk about those things later, I also want to talk about how all of that made me do a little research, figuring out the history of no trespassing signs in America and why it's so different. And that led me down a rabbit hole where I learned how in America, privatized nature and countryside only arose out of the need to keep forms of slavery alive post-abolition, like sort of like a labor control of the now freed slaves. So pretty heavy. I would like to go into that eventually. Not yet, but I just think it's interesting that what started out as a funny misunderstanding of a sign eventually threw me into a wormhole of upsetting American history, which is always fun to experience. But I shall get there when I get there. Right now, in this video, I am just enjoying some Stereolab trails and exploring nature to my heart's content.
Ja, litt lenger dit. Du ser den der, faktisk.
Ja, der her. Kanskje
Det ser ut som det er, men det er en fjelltopp bakom der.
Så er det høgsvåra dette foran der, for det var jo i nærheten.
Ja.
Men
Skal vi gå dit for å spise mat? Man kan spise den hjemme.
ja, man kan trene opp nå, så blir det godt dit igjen.
That's where my... What is it? How many greats? How many great-grandpa?
Okay, wait.
Do you think it was 4 or 5?
5, yes.
So, great-grandpa?
Yeah.
He lived right there, and he rowed his little boat over there to the city. But he was right there, if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it better. That's where he was. Rowing the boat over there through the water.
So you can take a this and look at this, huh?
Still standing.
Solid. Saraya's ancestor built and lived here in 1880. Built it by himself and it's still here 140 years later. You can hide. Oh oh.
Hi. Yes, he can. Bye. Good afternoon to you, Courtney, Grace, Candace. I still remember. I haven't talked in a while. Yeah, that's it. I haven't talked in a while. Let's see what's happening. We're going for a walk. We've been going for a lot of walks, is the update. And we are packing. We are prepared. I checked my phone, and it's gonna be like, well, what's in my bag? I did this already in a vlog, but I need to bring these. I checked my phone, and in the last 4 days, I have walked 20 miles. In the last 6 days, I have walked 28 miles. And I can't let that streak go down. And it's been sunny and summery every single day, and gotta take advantage of it, you know? House key. Important. Don't think I need a face mask, but I'll bring one just in case. You never know. Yeah, so I've been walking. I've been walking not on trails, so it's a little scary. Don't know who I think I am. But like the trail ends and then I have to keep going, you know? Oh. AirPods. Just one. I hear with the other ear, you know, safety. But I want to hear music with one ear. Look at this dude. A little scary. He watches over me as I sleep. Sunglasses. These are not mine. These are Kristen's daughter's. Celia. I have to give them back eventually. But for now, they aid me as I walk. Let's see. Some cows just moved in. My next door neighbors are cows now, so that's really lovely. There were not cows there before. They just moved in. And then I often walk and I go see the bigger, like, there's a bigger farm. I go to see more cows. I leave the place with small cow to go see big cow. Yeah. Sunglasses. Oh, I need a water bottle. Sponsored by Allison and Hydro Flask. It's empty. I'll kind of fill this up. My phone's charging. Oh, I need a jacket. But it's like kind of hot, so don't really need that. But you never know. I don't know where I'm going today. Yesterday I was off-roading in the wilderness and I came to this trail somehow. I don't know how I found that. But then that trail, I went one way, but I want to see what's the other way. So I think that's like my big plan for today. But then I also want to go up to the mountain where you can see the cows below you. Yeah. It's really hard sometimes. The other day I went to that mountain and watched the cows and drink an iced coffee. But I don't have any more small iced coffees, so I'm not gonna bring one of those. I can bring food. Recently went to Kiwi. Granola bar. Throw that in there. Gimme. How long is this? Ooh, it's 4 minutes long. We gotta cut out. Okay, that's all my updates. I'm going on a walk. I'm gonna make a baked good later, probably. I'm home alone until 2 a.m. Yep. Also, I ran out of socks. So what are we gonna do about that? Oh, there's only one sock left. A single sock, not a pair. Because I got all of my socks so muddy from exploring, and now I don't have any more to wear. What do I do? Big problems. So I found a sock that is dirty, but it's not muddy, unlike some of them. So now I have to like decide which foot it gets to be the blessed clean foot, and which foot. Oh, there's things on this. We'll see. One more fun thing that I've been doing. I've been watching like every single night a new Studio Ghibli movie because I've never seen any of them except for Ponyo. I saw Ponyo in Allison's pool, but I was kind of distracted because I was in a pool. So I watched it fully, and I think I watched 5. Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching until I'm done. So and then I have to save Spirited Away because my mom really wants to watch that, and we're gonna watch it together when I get back. Yeah. Today is May 29th, I think. Yeah, so I go home in like 21 days. So soon. Very exciting. Around 90% now. I just remember something. And that is that I don't usually online shop, but I ordered from 9 different places. And so when I get home, they're all gonna be there. And it's gonna be Christmas Day, and I'm gonna open all my packages. And I shouldn't just have those packages too. A couple of my clubs sent me things, so I should open those too. It's gonna be Christmas Day. I'm just waiting for my phone to get fully charged before I leave, so I keep talking. But guess what? My cousin gave me like really nice, expensive, brand new shoes. First of all, because I didn't have any kind of like walking shoe. I didn't pack any because I was packing light, even though I packed too much sweaters. Yeah, so these are mine now. They were brand new because she bought them and they were too big on her, and then she didn't return them. Thank you, shout out to Camilla. I was having arch pain before these shoes, and now I don't have that, so it's time to go. You know, there is something to be said about exploring with no trail. Not to get too deep with it, but I think that the way you exist in and visualize nature when there's no trail is a lot more thoughtful and mindful and mind exercising than when you're just blindly following a pre-made trail. Which direction will you choose to go? There's 360 degrees to choose from. Why did you choose the one you chose? When do you stop? When do you keep going? How are you feeling? And if there's no goal or end or mountain peak in mind to drive you forward to some end, what does your mind come to see as the purpose? Why are you here? I wasn't immediately skilled at this. Besides just purpose and direction, you also can't just like mindlessly barge forward the way you would on a trail. In those first few days, I often found myself wearing spider webs. Or, suddenly, with great surprise, realizing that my entire leg is underwater. 1 second ago I was walking on solid ground, and now one leg is inside an invisible marsh sinkhole. So as I pulled my dripping shoe out, I vowed to read the land better moving forward. So I went slower. and became more patient. I listened and I contemplated. Sometimes I suddenly stopped still, mid-step. Maybe I even listened to the land or the trees or something, listening to its advice, where it would like me to go. Welcoming any suggestions, and respecting any boundaries, of course. You cover less distance this way, but you think a lot more. It works different muscles somehow. I have to wash my hands after I do this. Hey dude, my hand for size comparison? He's as thick as me. Or my finger. When I was 7, I stepped on one of these and it split open and I cried. Because it was really gross and also sad. So I will not step on you. There's Grim and Kristen. Here we are. Ooh, 360. Hurry up.
Thank you for the water bottle you bought me. I'm trying to get you some clean snow. It's a little dirty. Yep, there's gonna be a little something in it. So that's okay. I'll prove that it's real snow. Yep, amazing.
Hi Allison, I want to go hiking, but my hydro flask still has snow in it, so I guess it's time to get that boiled and packaged in one of these 3 milliliter bottles. Okay, I gotta wash this so I can drink out of it again. 1 black coffee.
About this.
Yes, yeah.
Nei! Faen. Nå er jeg slik.
Nei, du skal åpne. Du kan ikke begynne å plukke fra andre.
Ok, du kan ikke.
Nei,
Gud, hvor flink du er.
alltid skal du fjuske.
Oi!
Welcome to Southern California. Today we will get acquainted with SoCal, specifically tuning in to the 2 wonderful cities in Southwest Riverside.
And me and Taylor planned this whole trip as a way to surprise her for her 25th birthday.
We're all going to Temecula!
The round marker you see is where Southern California is situated.
So hot. I'm in a weird fort of some sort. Okay, I have breath now. It's like 70 degrees and I'm melting out here, and I think I'm actually gonna melt away when I return to California in the middle of July. It's hot. I'm hot. It's my last day, so I took a hike on my last day. Because that's what I did for 2 weeks straight, so I can't let the streak go now. Only one day was spent not hiking, and that's because my shoes were drying because I got them too muddy. Ew.